Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to illustrate how to use Google's Data Studio to create an interactive dashboard. And I'm going to use our familiar dataset, vehicle failure data. And you'll find that creating dashboard is simple. It can be done very quickly, but also it is going to be very effective. So let's immediately get started. We can start by typing Data Studio. Click on Google Data Studio and then click Create. For dashboard, I will select Report. We can connect this to various types of data. I have a CSV file, so I'm going to say File Upload and then click to upload. I'm going to work with vehicle failure data.csv. So it's a small file, 65 kilobytes. And once it is uploaded, you can say add to report. So by default, this small table is created and this data file has different columns like FM is failure month for the vehicle, LC is labor cost. So labor cost is amount of dollars paid for the labor. LC is labor cost. LH is labor hours, like how much time it took the technician to repair the vehicle. MC is material cost. If any part is replaced, the cost is going to be shown here. Mileage is at what mileage it failed, in what state it failed, and then you have vehicle number like vehicle 1, vehicle 2 and so on. Record count is automatically generated by Data Studio. So you can see that it says that Texas has highest failures, followed by California and Florida. Now I'm going to add a map. So click on Add a Chart and then select GeoChart. Let's place it here. So initially it says invalid or missing dimensions. So I'm going to click on state and drag that and drop it under geo dimension. So as soon as I do that, we see a world map. But obviously this is not correct because we have data of vehicle failures for each state in US. So you can see this country, India is shaded. So under default settings, it thinks that IN means India, but obviously that's not true. So what we can do is, if you click on this edit link just left of state where it says ABC, so click on that and then click on text, and under geo we can say country subdivision first level. So as soon as we do that, we get a geo map for US states. Now another thing we can do is we can select cross filtering. So if you click here and if you click on Texas, you will see that the table now only has data on Texas. Or if you click on Florida, you can see it has data only on Florida. I'm going to add one more chart. So let's do scatter plot. For x-axis, I'm going to do LH, and for y-axis, I will say LC, labor cost. So as labor hours increase, obviously we expect labor cost to go up. So each dot is a state, and right now it says we have some values. So let's click on that and then click average instead of sum. We can do same thing for LC. This HI, Hawaii, has the highest labor hours and labor cost for repairing a car. And then we have some towards the bottom, and most of the data points are in between. So next to add a chart, we also have community visualizations. So let's select gauge. Right now it shows labor hours, but I'm going to change this to labor cost, and instead of sum, I will do average again. Now we can define our own green, orange and red range by going to style. In the scatter plot, we see that the highest average labor cost is more than 1000. And then we have some high values here like 342. And because Hawaii is an outlier, I'm going to put a range from 0 to 350. And then let's define green as 0 to 200, orange as 200 to 300, and then red 300 to 350. So for example, if we click on Texas, in terms of average labor cost, it is in the orange range. If you click on Massachusetts, the average cost is $171 and it is in green range. And if we click Hawaii, it is beyond red range. And just for variety and illustration, we can also add a pie chart. I'm going to add one more column in the first table. So let's drag MC machine cost and add as a metric and change from sum to average. Now I'm going to add title. I'm going to fill this to dark blue and the border is yellow. I'm going to make it 44. Let's add some more scorecards. So right now it shows how many data points, but we can also change this. Let's do labor cost and we can do average. One more, and this time we can do material cost. And while doing this, we can also specify that this is not a number, but it's a currency. And we can choose US dollars. And this also we can make it dollars. Another thing I'm going to do is theme. And you have various choices. I'm going to go with the dark one. We can also customize these chart or table boxes. So once you feel it's ready, you can go to view, and when you select any state, for example, Florida, all other charts are going to be updated with that information. Having made a basic structure ready, if needed, we can do some fine tuning. Let's say we want to change this pie chart to some other chart because we already have this state related information in the geoplot as well as this table. So when you click on this box and then go to chart, you have so many different options. Let's do a bar plot, and I want to do a bar plot for FM, failure month, and the metric we want to do is count. That looks okay to me. So we want to sort based on failure month and we want to do it in ascending order. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So this means y-axis is number of failures in month 0, which means even before completing 1 month in service, a new car failed. And then you have like 119. So 119 vehicles failed after completing 1 month in service and so on. We also have -1. -1 means that car failure was noticed before the car was sold. So at the dealership itself, there was a failure. There are more months which are not visible. Under style, we can also show numbers itself. So you can see it says number of bars default is 10. So that's why we see only 10 bars. So let's increase this to include all the data. So you can see maximum is 23. Now going back to the data, we can also do cross filtering. So now if we click on a bar at 1 month in service, so you will notice that all other plots and tables will only be for those failures that took place in first month of service. Let's click on the first box and we can say metric sliders. We can switch that on and immediately you will see this option here for metric sliders. So suppose you want to focus only on those areas where labor cost has been high. For example, this one is $31,000 and more. So there are only 3 states where total dollars are 31,000 or more. Another thing we can do for this geographic plot is right now it is reflecting number of failures, and in a way a state which is bigger and has a higher population obviously will have more cars sold in that state, and those numbers will always be high. So it may not be that informative. What I can do is I can plot labor cost divided by labor hours. cost per hour. So which state have low and which states have high cost per hour. For that we can create a new field. I'm going to call this CPH, cost per hour. And the formula will be LC divided by LH. And then save, and we are done. You can now see that we have CPH. So I'm going to put that as a metric. So now we have CPH as a metric. And we can do average so that we have average cost per hour in each state. And note that cost per hour obviously is in dollars. So we can say US dollars. So now you can see the labor cost per hour is about $91.87 in Hawaii. Alaska also it's quite high, 90. And Texas it is about 72.73. So lower than other states. So now if we go to view, so we can get a lot of insights. For example, if you look at the failures that took place early, if you click on that, we can see this dial is in green. So average cost is on the lower side for repairing new vehicles. But if you pick up something on the higher failure month, you can see labor cost increases to $239. So obviously older vehicles may have more problems and repairing them may be more expensive. So once you have final dashboard ready, you can always give it a name. And then it also allows you to share with anyone by providing email address. And either you can allow that person to edit, or you can say that they can only view. And you can also manage access. So there are different levels of access management that you can do. So this was a quick illustration of how to use Google's Data Studio to create an interesting interactive dashboard which includes geoplots and also various other charts, and link them together so that you can explore your data in many different ways. I hope you found this interesting. Hope to see you soon.